My BF cheated on me 2.5 months postpartum, so me 21F and my BF 22M have been together for roughly 1.5 years. Everything was pretty quick, and 6 months into our relationship I got pregnant. It wasn't planned, but after talking about it and telling my parents, we decided we had the help and resources for raising this child, so we got pretty excited and happy about our baby. I have a need to be educated, so I read a lot about what a pregnancy can do not only to me mentally and physically, but the challenges that we as a couple might face. Throughout my pregnancy, I made sure I talked about it with him, 'cause I do a lot more research than him. It's just a me thing though. I never cared much because I shared my knowledge and research with him. We talked about roughly everything, and one thing I insisted in talking about was our sex life, especially PP. Because I've read a lot of experiences other PP mamas went through sexually and physically. A lot of them found it hard to initiate sex again, to be intimate, and I decided it was important for us to address it, and that it might take a while for us to figure our intimacy out after the baby was born. At almost 9 months pregnant, I found out he kept liking suggestive Insta stories of some girls he knew and others he didn't or barely knew. I knew there were messages exchanged this girls, but I didn't get to see them 'cause he deleted them all. I got really upset, but I tried to talk about it in a peaceful way. He denied it at first, but then things kind of escalated and he ended up admitting it. He could have denied all he wanted, but I had actual evidence. I didn't think this was enough reason for a split, and I was about to give birth to our baby, so it really wasn't a good time too. I felt so hurt and betrayed, but I also felt like I was being overly dramatic. 2 months after giving birth, he started behaving really weird and distant, and also was receiving multiple snaps from multiple women. I got super suspicious, so I went through his phone. I said fuck it and opened the snaps. One of them was a fully nude woman. I went crazy right there, but he was asleep and I wanted to gather as much information and proof as possible. I then found an app of cam girls, digital sex workers, later to see that he actually paid to have video chats with multiple women. And I found chats with multiple women in this app too. I immediately felt so disgusted, sad, angry, confused. I just cried, like I gave him everything, I just had our baby. And his excuse was that he missed sex. We had been intimate already a couple times after the baby was born. I waited the whole 6 weeks PP, because I felt comfortable enough for it. I just don't get what was he missing. We had a huge fight, and at the end we decided to kind of start over. But it's just so hard to get my head out of it, to be able to have nice conversations and moments with him. I feel like I'm betraying my own principles, and I feel so weak for enabling him to stay, but I couldn't see myself going through that loss and being alone with such a small baby. I'm sure I would fall into a huge hole of depression and anxiety, and I just can't afford that. I need to take care of my baby. I miss the person he used to be, and I was waiting to see an extra effort from him, to kind of make this right. But I just don't have the effort I need from him. I feel numb and lonely. I'm trying not to blame myself and forgive him, but I'm so scared that he will do it again. This is so unfair for me and my baby.